All right, well, it appears that I have to have my device in this orientation, which is a shame. I guess that's a new feature of YouTube, a little live action. So pardon me while I make some adjustments. How about that? All right, I'm going to angle this way. Well, as you can see, I've received a white box from Lock and Load Publishing. Got my address on here, so I've got it covered up. This is one of the new, I'll call it a prototype box they're using for shipping, and that is interesting. I think it protected everything pretty well. We'll have a look at the box, and it's not by any means a final. As I said, it's a prototype, but they're working on how to make things easy, and it's one of those pop top guys, right? So you can just open up like that. Anyway, so let's get rid of that. This is the final product that we've all been waiting for. Now, I did post a video a few minutes ago that was pre-recorded regarding all the haters and all the rest of it. You can go find that. I think it's a couple of minutes long. Just kind of calling those folks out and looking for an apology from everybody. That'd be nice, right? Because despite the delay, Lock and Load has delivered, and here we are. So 12 pounds, yes, you read it. That's what the weight on the shipping manifest said, 12 pounds. So I've got this shrink grip cut, so we can just tear open into this bad boy, I should say. Gosh, heavy. Nice satin finish on the box. I'm going to carefully, oh my goodness, roll it over and let me pick up the entire camera doohickey so you can see the back of the box here and just the components and all the rest of it. So you can pause it here and have a read. All right, I'm not going to read all of that to you and go through it. I'm assuming that if you're interested in World at War 85 series, you know what you're getting into, or if you don't know what you're getting into, you should just get into it. All right, so let's have a look and see what's inside the box. I've actually had an opportunity to play test a couple of scenarios, and I found them to be, oh gosh, a lot of fun. This is super heavy, really super thick and robust box. One of the challenges I had with the first Storm in the Gap, the box split on the corner first pickup. So this is substantially different. Now I know this is always included in their box. I like that. If you like it, that's great. If you don't, move along. Rules 2.2. What is this little doohickey here? Little insert for bookmark. Cute. There are a handful of differences to the rules, to the core rules, and some enhancements and additions and things like that. I'm going to do a separate video on the rules. So let's just have a quick comment on the rule book. Spiral bound, I'm going to guess this is going to be large font. Yes, full color, double column, lots of diagrams, lots of clarity on the rules. We've come a long way from the original World at War, and everybody knows I'm a huge fanboy of World at War and World at War 85. I just love playing this game. Do it whenever I can. I think even just of the sessions I recall, I'm close to 100 gameplays on this system. All right, so that's the rule book. I guess I should tell you how many pages it clocks in at. Given the huge font and all the rest of it, everyone's going to want to know. They do these charts in the back, which I think is fine. I don't really care. You can actually, download these things, not download, but you can, tear these out and play them. I'll be just ripping this stuff out and putting it in the trash because we won't need it. So then here's the index sitting at, index rocks in at page 103. And then we've got a glossary of terms. What is all this stuff at the end? Oh, so this is actually battle generators, so I wouldn't include that in the rules. So you're looking at 90 pages at a very large font with lots of diagrams and good stuff. Having been a player already, I use this as a reference, so if you're not into reading a 90-page rule book, despite the size of the font and the artwork and all the rest of it, like up the very front, there's 5 pages of stuff and then another handful of pages of diagrams and all that sort of good stuff. So we're already 13 pages in, and now we're just getting started on the rules. In fact, there you go, page 15. So now we're already down to 80 some pages, which is, at that font size, very manageable. All right, now, good grief, companion book. This is scenarios, people. There are, oh my God. All right, so it's not all scenarios. It cannot all be scenarios. Okay, module-specific rules, 8 through 12. I guess I should put that in frame for you. Let's see. How to set up a scenario, categories and scenario information, how to read them, solitaire rules. Okay, so this includes solitaire rules. That's going to clock you out through page 48. Campaign game rules. That's going to be another 20 pages, roughly, 19. Then we've got reinforcements, expansion, and then the scenarios. Scenarios run from page 78 through to 215. I'm sorry, I should have flipped over there. Yeah, 215, and then there's some appendices and bits and pieces, card inventories, stuff like that. So you can follow the campaign and the scenarios in these diagrams here and all that sort of lovely stuff. So fantastic. That's a meaty chunk of goodness right there. We've got some maps here. So both winterized and regular. I love it. Another one here. Nice thick stock on these too, by the way. So there's 4 maps here at the moment. No doubt they're all geomorphic, so I bet you'll be able to make your own scenarios and all that sort of fun stuff with Storming the Gap as well, right? I'm going to pop those to one side for the moment, and let's have a look inside the rest of the box. So these large cards are kind of player support cards. And then we have, these are going to be the solo assistant cards. Very nice. So those that, absolutely have to have a solo game AI thing, you got it. No issues there. Actions and events for solo assistant as well. So that's 4 decks of cards. And then we get into the goodies. We've got, these are going to be all of the different event bits and pieces, the different forces. So UK, West German, and then the Soviets are probably some Warsaw Pact, East German guys in there maybe, Poles or whatever the case may be. There's those. Now, there's a bunch of these little helo stands. Oh, sorry, can't see. I'm not used to not having my camera in landscape mode. So we've got all these fab little helo stands. I think they're cool. I'm probably not going to use them. Just being frank with you. Your dices. And now all the rest of the goodness. Let's have a look. It looks like one of the little helo stand bags opened up. Okay. So this is solo AI tools. Scenario points. For battle generation, the weather table. Now, here's one thing I noticed straight off the bat. These are much thicker stock than the original. I probably should grab can I see the original? I can't see it off the cuff here, so I'm not going to mess with it. Battlefield events table. Also, all these charts have got really nice thick feel to them. Let's see. So, okay, card inventory. That's handy. They didn't have that in the last module that I'm aware of. Every die roll in the series. You can play 98%, 97.5%. You can play the game pretty much off of a handful of these cards, these charts, and not have to open the rule book. You've got your little player aid track. It's where you put all your bits and pieces. Solo behavior table, that's nice, whatever, goes over there. Here's your HQs that are in formation, where your formation flipping is going to happen. If you want to use it, you don't have to use it. Same goes for your HQ holding boxes and all the rest of it. For casualties, it's all very nice, but not necessarily required. And more on the card inventory stuff. So there's all that. So let me just sort this a little bit here and show you the things that you would really want to be focused on. I love this chart, use this chart all the time. Sequence of play, sure. All the die rolls, as I mentioned, that goes over there. And you're gonna need your events table if you're gonna do stuff with it, if you're gonna use events. And then, this is also super handy when you're trying to work out low missile, no missile, you want that, and all your special abilities, line itemed here, right? And by the way, I'm sorry if the camera's a little bit funky, but I'm looking at the contents because it's my first look at it, and not at what's going on in the camera. So my apologies if this is not awesome. So you'll use these 4 charts 80% of the time. You're gonna, and I'm using percentages a lot, aren't I? Therefore, there's actually 5. You're gonna use these guys a lot. All right. Your move and fire summary, your every die roll in the series, the events, you're gonna use that at least once a turn. Then this missile ammo usage and weather change. It's no big deal there. And on the back, there's nothing on the back of that guy, but there are a couple of things on the back here. Yeah, direct fire modifiers and all that sort of good stuff. So you're going to use that. What is this? Oh, okay. It's part of one of the little expansion doohickeys. If you're doing the campaign play, one for each side. And then these big summary charts, which are also super thick, so terrain effects. I don't know if you can see that very well or not. That's handy, and then more on the back there. Oh, big format. You may or may not use that once you get used to it. Once you know all the different units and their formations and how things work, you will refer to this very, very rarely, but just, hey, what are all the counters? What do they do? What are they for? Oh, goodness. Line of sight checker. I'm guessing that's what that is. Yeah. Bunch of examples. So, even a dumbass could play this. So we'll give it a go for sure. All right, what is this guy? Yeah, another terrain effects chart. There's 2 of those. Is that right? No, this is just an additional one for the other terrain. Smoke and bits and pieces. Very nice. All the defensive bonuses, fire modifiers, assault modifiers, yada, yada, yada. All right, now these guys here, well, now this is new. I don't know what these are. So let's have a look. The drive on the line campaign map. Okay, so that's the campaign map. I guess one for each side by the looks of it. Yep, it's really good. Now, wow, these feel thicker. Where am I? I'm going to check this later, but I suspect, this is campaign counters, I suspect that these guys are definitely Yeah, definitely thicker than the first module. That's interesting. Well, no complaints there. Okay, so we got challenges. T64s, info markers. Ha, they went with circles there. That's interesting. Okay, for all the info markers. That's cool. Whatever. Either way, don't bother me. I can put this guy back in here. I went to a store once and I saw a guy playing this game, and I saw him putting the counters back in the sprues to store them. You can do that. I thought it was interesting. I'm not sure I would do it, but I thought it was interesting. More info markers, some of which are round and some of which are not. I think I like them. I think I like the round ones. I don't know. How are they going to look? Okay. I can dig it. I can roll with that shit. Tunnels. Ooh, sexy. All right. Okay. Independent units here, all the specials, ATGMs and stuff. Wow, there's a lot of counter sheets. There's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 counter sheets. This is insane. Okay, more Soviets. Brits up here with the strikers and scimitars. More formations, boys. All right, what do we got here? Some US units. Leader counters. More Brits. Yeah, these are all Brits, challengers and chieftains. Nice. Lynx healers. And then, I guess these are West Germans, yeah, with Leos and stuff. So, we have to bust open the formation markers to see the different formations. It's one of the things I like about the system is that you've got these basically generic formations, but if they can represent, 15th Panzer or 5th Panzer or, whatever the formation may be. And then they tweak the mix of all those. It's not just the same units with a different card. There'll be different force mixes for each formation. So there you have it, right? So pretty interesting stuff. So I would say at the outset, I noticed 2 significant things. One, the counters definitely feel thicker. The charts are certainly substantially more robust. So I really like that. They're not this flimsy piece of paper type of thing. It's a heavier weight. I couldn't tell you what the weight is because I'm not a paper guy. So anyway, very, very cool. I am supremely impressed. I'm just, first of all, let's all be real. I'm relieved, right? I'm relieved that it's arrived. I'm relieved that Dave and the guys and Tracton and Co. all did their job. Despite all the challenges they faced with publishers and some design issues and problems and bits and pieces that occurred, balls dropped here and there, they stuck with it and got it done. The old got it done, right? 4 maps. I'm impressed with all these. I like the winter format too, right? They seem to be working real well. You could probably gonna put these under Plex, is what I'm guessing, just from the way they're folding. They're super thick, heavy stock. These also might be a thicker stock than the others of the first module. So we'll see. And a whole bunch more formations. You've got your solo system. So it is, complete by itself. You don't need anything else. Of course, you'd be stupid not to get the Storming the Gap and the original World of War 85 Module 1. All right, I'm going to leave it here at that. All the best. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll all talk soon. Cheers. assuming I can work out how to stop the frickin' video.